What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another vlog. I'm currently recovering from a cold. I'm like at the very last stage of it, I hope. But can you guys see where we are right now? I'm right outside of Barnes & Noble. I haven't been to this specific Barnes & Noble in a really long time. Let me tell you guys what the plan for this video is. It is a reading vlog, as you probably could tell by the title, but I wanted to do like a theme for this reading vlog, which I think will be a really fun idea for future reading vlogs as well. I'm only going to be reading thriller books in this video. You guys know I love my thriller books. There's literally no other genre of books that I read faster than a thriller book. But first I have to gather my choices for this reading vlog, which is why we're outside of Barnes & Noble. There's actually like this really popular author that makes really good thriller books according to Book Talk. I actually don't know if it's a boy or a girl author, but the first name is Riley. I'm also picking up Freida McFadden's new book. You guys already know how my reading vlogs go. I'm going to be vlogging the next few days and reading as much as humanly possible. But first and foremost, we're going to do some book shopping. So let's go in there. Guys, that went really well, a little too well, honestly. So I ended up getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I ended up getting 6 books. After today, I'm officially on a book ban. I don't care if it's a physical copy of a book. I don't care if it's on my Kindle. I haven't been on a book ban in a while. It's officially back. Anyways, let me show you guys which ones I got. I got 2 Riley Sager books. This is the author I was telling you guys about. I also just discovered that he is a man. So the first one I got is this one, The House Across the Lake. It's basically about this woman that goes to her family's lake house. So she goes out there by herself and she spends most of her time spying or like looking with her binoculars at a famous couple that is staying at the lake house across from her, and by spying on them she basically discovers a bunch of really crazy things. Then I got this one I'm very excited about, because even though this is a thriller, people were saying that the summer vibes in this book are really good. This one's called The Last Time I Lied. The main character in this book, she was at a summer camp when she was younger, and in her cabin are 3 other girls, when all of a sudden she wakes up one morning and all 3 of the girls are missing and they're never to be found again. Now when the book starts, she's a lot older. She decides to sign up as a counselor in this same summer camp, and of course she gets assigned the same cabin that she was sleeping in when all of the 3 girls went missing. That's all I know. That's all I need to know. I think this one's gonna be really good. Even though it's creepy and eerie, it does have summer vibes, which I like. Then I got this one. This one's called None of This Is True by Lisa Jewell. The reason I wanted to get it is because Lisa Jewell is the author of Then She Was Gone, which is honestly one of my favorite thrillers. So I got a Lisa Jewell book. We'll see how this one is. Then for the last thriller, I of course had to get The Tenant by Freida McFadden. Basically, this guy lives in a brownstone with his fiance, but he gets fired from his job and he needs help with the mortgage payment. So he decides to get a tenant. Danger lives right at home, and by the time Blake realizes it, the trap is already set. I think this one's gonna be good, honestly, and I think it's different because the main character is Blake, which is a man. So it's gonna be his point of view that we're reading from. And I think in most Freida McFadden books, the main character and like the point of view that we're getting everything from is a woman. So this one might be a little different. I'm excited nonetheless. And then we have 2 other books. I feel like after reading so many creepy thrillers, I'm gonna want a perfect, cute summer read. So that's where these 2 come in. I got One Golden Summer by Carly Fortune. And then last but not least, I got the new Ali Hazelwood book. This is called Problematic Summer Romance. Yeah, that is it. That is all of the books that I got. I'm so excited to start reading, and I have to start with this book right here. So we are starting with The Tenant. I just randomly found this coffee shop that I've never been to before. I just Yelped it and I looked at their Instagram and it's so freaking cute. I'm gonna take my book with me. Let's go get a coffee, hopefully a croissant, and do some reading. The coffee was so good that I just had to take one to go. It's also really tiny, like look at the cup. I love when coffee shops are cute and aesthetic like that, and their coffee is actually good, because sometimes it's one or the other. Anyways, I'm gonna drink my coffee and go home. Okay guys, it's been a few hours. I had dinner already and I've been reading more of The Tenant. I'm currently on chapter 24, page 129, so I still have a good amount to read. I'm taking just a little bit of a break from reading to watch at least one episode of a show that I'm watching right now. The feeling of having a binge-worthy show that you literally look forward to watching all day is honestly such a good feeling. I love getting lost in a show almost as much as I love getting lost in a book. I've recently found myself completely obsessed with the new show called Remarkable Place to Die on AcornTV. There's only 4 episodes. I'm currently on the last one. Usually I'd be sad to finish a show that I'm actually enjoying, but when I tell you guys, AcornTV has so many good options. They're literally a streaming service that specializes in mysteries and thrillers. They offer hard to find gems, timeless classics, and new favorites from Britain, Ireland, Australia, and more. They offer great choices of show and movie adaptations from popular mystery writers such as Miss Fisher's Murder Mysteries, Recipes of Love and Murder, The Catch, and so many more. The show that I'm watching, Remarkable Place to Die, is about a homicide detective that's returning home. Her sister died in a really tragic but very mysterious kind of way, so she's trying to uncover the truth because a current case that she's on is like very weirdly connected to her sister's death. And what I loved is that every episode is a new case that she's working on. It's so dramatic, it's so entertaining, and it's only 4 episodes, so it's literally the perfect binge-worthy show. Also, the setting of the show is Queenstown, New Zealand. Who was gonna tell me that New Zealand is literally one of the most gorgeous places I've ever seen? I know a lot of you guys are going on summer break, so if you need a good bingeable show, I promise AcornTV has something for you. Make sure to check out AcornTV and all of their super fun thriller options with my link down below, and start your totally free 30-day trial with my code KE30. Okay guys, I'm on chapter 31 of The Tenant. This book is absolutely ridiculous. Like, this book feels so silly right now. I still have like half of the book left, so I'm hoping that it gets better, but it's actually ridiculous. Like, that is the only way to describe what I'm reading right now. Usually with Freida McFadden books, I feel like I don't really think too hard about it. I just read the story, let the plot twist happen, and it's usually a really enjoyable reading experience. That is not what's happening in this book. It's not creepy. It doesn't feel like a thriller. It literally just feels like this guy is living his worst nightmare. He's so stressed. He's going through a lot. I also decided that I do not like the main character. I think he's so annoying. That's happened before with other thrillers where I don't really love the main character, but I get to still enjoy the story. But none of it feels creepy or mysterious. Like, I'm just reading about somebody's life falling apart. It doesn't feel like a thriller is what I'm trying to say. And I feel like if I've read this much of a thriller book, it should feel like a thriller book. It is just a bunch of characters doing everything and anything but using common sense. Literally. That is what it is. I'm really tired and I still have to go and take off my makeup and take a body shower, but I have this much left. I'm on part 3. Okay, I just got ready for bed. It's pretty late and I'm thinking of doing a workout class tomorrow morning, but I finished The Tenant and I think I'm gonna give that book 2.75. which honestly is one of the lowest scores I've ever gave a book. And I feel really mean doing it. But when I tell you guys, that book, like for most of that book, it didn't even feel like a thriller. There was absolutely no suspense, and I totally get the world building, like we need context before it gets into like the plot twist and the crazy part, but there was so much information that I felt was really unnecessary, especially because it was a really short book. The ending was good. It was literally nothing crazy, but I was definitely more invested and entertained for like the last part of the book, but unfortunately I didn't love it, and that's okay. I just think with an author that releases so many books, it's normal to have the ones that I absolutely loved and other ones that I didn't. Like the ones for me that just haven't been very good was this one, The Tenant, The Coworker, I didn't like that one, The Crash, I didn't like that one. That being said, there's also the other ones that I absolutely loved, like Never Lie, The Teacher, I really liked, even though it was really crazy and creepy. That book was really good. The Inmate, oh my god, I loved The Inmate so much. The Housemaid series, so freaking good. The one that I just read a little bit ago, The Housewife, what was it called? The Wife Upstairs. That's what it was called. See, this is like restoring my faith in Freida McFadden. I didn't love The Tenant, but if she releases a new book tomorrow, I'm there. You gotta love Freida, but one thing that she isn't is consistent. I'm gonna go to sleep. We will start a new thriller tomorrow morning. Good night. Good morning, guys. It's the next day. I don't know how, but I'm up and I'm ready. We're gonna do a hot yoga sculpt class right now to start off my Saturday. Then I think I'm gonna go to Trader Joe's afterwards, and then we're gonna get back home and do some reading.
Super flat for your back and for your
Workout class is complete. I decided to stop and get myself a little juice. I got my regular skinny jeans juice, and then I got one of their wellness shots. This has organic lemon, organic ginger, okay, everything's organic. This has lemon, ginger, cayenne pepper, and oil of oregano. If this doesn't cure my cold, or like what's left of my cold, I honestly don't know what will. Ooh. Quick Trader Joe's haul. I got a few of their seasonal items that I've never tried before. I got some flowers. I got my dog some jerky sticks. We got some heavy whipping cream, the buttermilk pancake mix. We got some spaghetti, which I will be making tonight for dinner. I got the sauce for the spaghetti. I chose this tomato basil pasta sauce. I got some cheddar chicken sausage. We got the smallest little thing of Parmesan cheese, fresh strawberries for the pancakes, and then some of this butter. I've recently become absolutely obsessed with bread and butter. It all started when I had this craving for, you know, when you go to like a nice restaurant and they give you bread and butter before you get your food, and the butter that they give you is always like this thick, really good butter. And I was craving it so bad that I started Googling what is the butter that they use at restaurants like that, and I heard this somewhere where you basically know the quality of the butter, if it's like a good kind of butter, if when you bite into it you can see your teeth marks on the butter because it's so thick. That is this one right here. I never thought I'd be raving about freaking butter, but it's so good. And then last but not least, I got these new drinks that they have. It's a sparkling strawberry juice beverage. Anyways, that is everything I got at Trader Joe's. We're done with our workout. I got my juice, got my groceries, got my flowers. Let's go home and shower and make my coffee. I need a coffee. It feels like such a perfect summer day today. This is the book I'm starting. I decided on The Last Time I Lied by Riley Sager. Also, is this not the creepiest cover you've ever seen? I'm gonna dream of this face later. Like, that is so creepy. I feel like if I didn't get the thriller vibes with The Tenant, I'm definitely gonna get it with this book. It's a lot later now. I ended up taking a nap after my shower. I read a few chapters and then I literally knocked out to the world. I took Dayquil. I specifically bought Dayquil and not NyQuil because I didn't want it to put me to sleep, but I've literally never taken the best nap. But anyways, it's been a few hours. I've been reading this book and I just made some ginger tea. I'm currently on page 133. I've read this much. Also, it's late enough where this cover is actually creeping me out. I can't even look at it. It's honestly just like very creepy in very subtle ways. I'm also having a lot of fun discovering this author's writing style. I have a few theories of how I think the story is gonna go, but the thing is that I don't know how crazy the plot twists get with this specific author. So I basically gave you guys like a little summary of what this book is. This girl, when she's 13 years old, goes to this summer camp and she's sharing a cabin with 3 other girls. In the middle of the night while she's sleeping, all 3 of the girls go missing, and by missing I mean like they're literally never seen again, and now it's 15 years later. There's also a lot having to do with the camp that is really creepy. There's like this whole legend of crazy things that happened on that land. It also goes back in time
15 years ago, and it gives you like her experience at the camp when she was 13 and what was going on the weeks before these girls disappeared. There's a lot going on, but I'm very much enjoying it so far. No freaking way. I just got to part 2 of the book, and seriously, the craziest plot twist just happened. I have this much left. If it gets really good, I'm finishing the whole book. It's actually really, really good. What in the literal fuck? Okay, the ending was not that crazy. This morning feeling so like this cold is getting me good. Also, the fact that I have a cold when it's literally like 85 degrees out right now is making me feel even worse. I feel like I'm supposed to be under blankets drinking tea, but it's so hot that I will not be doing that. Anyways, let me talk to you guys about these 2 books right here. This is the one I finished last night, and this is the one I've been reading today. I decided on starting None of This Is True by Lisa Jewell today. I'm on page 65 already. I've read this much, which isn't a lot, but it just got to a point that I'm really, really enjoying. Before I tell you about this one though, let me share my final thoughts on this one. I think I would give this book 4.5 stars. It was such a good introduction to this author. I don't know how to explain this story without giving away too much. There was one plot twist that my jaw was literally on the floor. I don't know why, but I did not see it coming. My only sort of like negative thought with this book was towards the end. There's like a really big revelation at the end of the book. Like, we're finding out all of this information. It's really, really good. It's suspenseful. But then those last like final 2 or 3 sentences of the book, I was literally like, oh, that's it. Like, why? So that was the only thing, but it did leave me really, really excited to read more by this author. Also, you guys see the face and how it has a line going through her eyes. That actually makes sense after you read the book. Now onto this book. My expectations are very high, especially after reading Then She Was Gone by Lisa Jewell. The actual story though, and like the plot of this one, could actually not be more different than Then She Was Gone. It's basically about these 2 45-year-old ladies that meet at a restaurant because they're both there celebrating their birthday. One of the ladies, her name is Josie. She's there celebrating with her husband. And the other 45-year-old lady, her name is Alex. She's there with like 14 people. She's with her husband. They run into each other in the bathroom and they realize that they both are turning 45 on the same day and were born in the same hospital. So they kind of have like this weird connection to each other. The lady that's there celebrating with a lot of people, she's this pretty popular podcaster. And the other lady, Josie, she's like the interesting one in the book. She gives like creepy, weird-ish vibes. Alex focuses on interviewing women for her podcast. Josie pitches herself to Alex. Josie tells her, "My life is about to change completely. She's been unhappy for like 30 years and she's finally decided to turn her life around pretty much." She tells Alex, "I think I'd be a really good candidate for your podcast." Once you get into the details of her life, you realize that Josie's life is sounding more like a crime podcast episode. Like, for example, Josie, she married her husband when she was 15 years old and her husband was 42 years old. I'm literally on page 65, but there's something really, really weird and creepy about her husband. And I think Alex, by doing this podcast, she's gonna begin discovering the craziness in this woman's life. Okay, sushi just got here. Let me show you guys what I got. We got some miso soup. I got a cucumber hand roll and a salmon cucumber hand roll. I got a salmon medley. This is so good. It's salmon prepared 3 different ways. Sashimi is one of my favorite things, so I got salmon sashimi, and I got yellowtail sashimi, also with jalapeno.
I checked the weather app 30 minutes ago and it said it was sunny in Malibu. So I was like, that's it. I'm going to the beach, at least for a little bit, to do some reading before I go to my Pilates class. I don't know where the sun went, but it's not here. But it's honestly okay with me because a cloudy beach beats no beach at all. I'm gonna wrap up the vlog here after I give you guys my review on this book that I did end up finishing last night. And I'm actually gonna start a new book today. My original plan was to read half of this book yesterday and half of the book today here at the beach. That did not happen. I ended up finishing this entire book yesterday. I'm gonna give None of This Is True 4.75. Not to be annoying, like I could very easily just give it 5 stars because I genuinely really enjoyed it. I think I like this one more than the last time I lied, honestly. There was just one little part at the end that just felt like, what's the word, lackluster. I think with thrillers there's so much suspense that builds up throughout the book that you just kind of want like a big ending. This wasn't the kind of thriller that's just throwing plot twists at you. When you get like halfway through the book, you can really tell where the story is going, but the details of what you already know are insane. Also, the author does something at the end of this book where you basically are left questioning everything you just read. I mean, granted, the title is literally None of This Is True, so it just makes you feel like the whole book was not what you thought it was. I went on TikTok right after I finished this book and there's literally an entire debate on what you think actually happened and who you believe. It's kind of like the Verity ending where it's like team letter, team manuscript. That's also what's happening here. But yeah, I'm gonna give it 4.75. I am seriously obsessed with Lisa Jewell. I think her writing style is so incredibly detailed but not boring. She's also not an author that's scared of getting into like really dark stuff, which I also noticed, and then she was gone. I wish I had gotten another one of her books at Barnes & Noble, but yeah, this was dark and twisted and messy and it was really good. But anyways, we're gonna start Problematic Summer Romance. I feel like I have to rewire my brain a little bit because after reading 3 thrillers in a row, I feel like I'm gonna have trust issues with every single one of these characters. I also brought a fun little drink. I have a really good feeling about this book. It's literally enemies to lovers, forbidden romance, it's brother's best friend, it's the brother's wedding, and they're all spending a week in Italy. It's gonna be good. I already feel it. But anyways, I'm gonna drive to my Pilates class right now. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I love you guys and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.